Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on December the 2nd, 2020. Salesforce to buy corporate messenger Slack. Cloud application developer Salesforce.com Inc. has agreed to purchase enterprise messenger Slack technologies for $27.7 billion. The deal was the largest for Salesforce, which relies on continuing to work remotely. The acquisition of Slack will also increase Salesforce's competition with Microsoft. Slack shareholders will receive $26.79 in cash and 0.0776 of Salesforce common stock for each Slack share, or $45.5 per share based on the Salesforce closing price on Tuesday. The offer represents a 54% premium since the first announcement of transaction negotiations last week. Slack shares fell slightly to $43.73 in over-the-counter trading on Tuesday, while Salesforce securities fell by more than 4%. Wall Street closes at record high on vaccine news. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq completed trading on Tuesday at record highs as investors were betting on the soon-to-be-received coronavirus vaccine. The Dow Jones Index closed with 0.63% increase to 29,823.92 points, while the S&P 500 Index rose 1.13% to 3,662.45 points, while the Nasdaq rose 1.28% to 12,355.106 points. Pfizer Inc. shares have gone up almost 3% following the announcement that the pharmaceutical company, together with German BioNTech SE, has applied to the European regulator for emergency approval for their COVID-19 vaccine, after a similar announcement from Moderna on Monday. In addition, Federal Reserve Chief of Staff Jerome Powell and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin on Tuesday called on Congress to provide more assistance to small business for the first time since the elections as the coronavirus pandemic intensified. Biden says he will not cancel China trade deal. U.S. President-elect Joe Biden said he would not immediately take action to cancel the Phase 1 trade agreement that President Donald Trump signed with China, the New York Times reported Wednesday. In an interview, Biden said the United States needed to regain advantage to use in negotiations with China. According to the elected president, the United States needs to develop a bipartisan consensus and increase public investment in research and development, infrastructure, and education to better compete with China. As part of the first phase of the agreement signed earlier this year, China has agreed to increase purchases of American goods and services by at least $200 billion in 2020 and 2021. Singapore becomes the first to sell lab-grown meat. Singapore has given U.S. startup Eat Just the green light to sell lab-grown chicken meat, which the company says is the world's first regulatory approval for a so-called clean meat not sourced from slaughtered animals. The plant-based meats popularized by Beyond Meat, Inc. and Impossible Foods are increasingly appearing on supermarket shelves and restaurant menus. However, so-called pure cultured meat, which is grown from animal muscle cells in the laboratory, is still in its infancy due to high production costs and had previously estimated the cost of $50 apiece. The company aims to achieve operating profitability by the end of 2021 and hopes to go public shortly thereafter.